At the time that Martha was born, Llandudno was primarily a very small fishing and farming community, and it was quite a poor community as well. Martha's family were Mormons. They'd been converted to Mormonism by a man who came over from the United States, a Mormon specifically to do that. And apparently he found quite a lot of people in North Wales who were anxious to follow this new religion. And he suggested that some of the families would like to move to Utah, where the Mormons were founding a place to be the home of their religion.
It was a terrible journey. It's 1,000 miles and more from the Mississippi over the Rockies across the Great Plains. Her 2-year-old sister died, and 3 days after getting there, Peter, her father, he also died. So I think these experiences in many ways influenced the decision she took in her teens to become a doctor. And it was also a time when in Washington they wanted to get rid of polygamy. They persecuted and in many ways made life difficult for Mormons. There was an agreement that if the Mormons abandoned polygamy, they would have the right to call themselves a state. And Martha sees this as an opportunity to try to get the vote for women.
It's only when women have the vote that their voice is taken notice of, because if they're not going to be able to vote for someone, then the elected politicians don't actually need to take much notice of what they want. And she became very active in the women's suffrage movement.
She became well known right through the states, speaking in Chicago and in Washington and so on. In the end, the federal state agreed that they could have a state and a constitution, and in that constitution there'd be rights for women to vote. So that was her first great victory. After that, she decided to stand for a seat in this new Senate. When the election day came, Martha was elected. She was the first female senator in the whole of the United States.
Although all this took place a very long time ago, what Martha was determined to do was to be a role model, to create a role for women so that they did have a better balance between their careers and their family responsibilities.
Now every state is asked to send statues of 2 of its most famous citizens, and Martha Hughes is going to be there. It's a bit of an eye-opener to Welsh people to find that this woman is up there amongst the 100 most important people of the United States.